I had expected this morning to find out there was a suspension to Antoine Roussel. Instead, he's been given a $5,000 fine for biting Marc-Edouard Vlasic. So there was some debate about whether he tried to bite him or actually bit him. No, the NHL fines for a bite. Why is it always the team I cheer for? You know, I would have been fine with a suspension because he's been suspended before. And certainly there was, last time I checked on the channel, there was a poll I had up. And based on the footage of what took place, and 76% said, yeah, suspend him. It was stupid last night. You know, the Canucks are losing the game. And I understand there are people who say, oh, you need to have physical pushback. And you need to have, somebody who could go out there and fight and defend your honor and all this stuff. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. I don't. But when you act like he did last night in that game, it's not helping. And seeing him on the ice and the way he was acting towards the Sharks. And that's why when they got a power play in the last couple minutes of the game, Peter DeBoer put his top power play guys on the ice. There's a fine line you got to ride here between, being tough, which I don't mind at all. That's a good thing to be tough in the sport of hockey. I agree with that. But you cross a certain line and you go from being tough to just not thinking it through. You're already getting destroyed 4-0. You're making them angrier for the next meetup. You're not necessarily firing up your team as much as you're making them go, okay, next time we're going to beat them 8-0. The Canucks have lost a lot of games in a row. They're a frustrated team. They're a tired team. And tonight they go into LA, and if they decide to get into it with LA, there are certainly some players on the LA Kings who'll say, okay, we can do this. And what makes me nervous is that when you get into this one-upsmanship, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Eventually it turns into where stars start having liberties taken with them again. So from Roussel, I don't want to see what we saw last night. I like Antoine Roussel, and I say that as somebody who followed him with Dallas. I think Antoine Roussel, when his game's controlled and he's playing it at his best, very useful forward, underrated offensively, very useful guy, top 9 forward, absolutely. And I like some of that sandpaper, but biting a guy in a scrum, fighting with guys who aren't fighters, it's that fine line, right? We'll see what happens from here. I would imagine that with the fine came some sort of warning next time you're looking at a suspension. But I didn't think that a 1 or 2 game suspension would have been a bad idea in this situation. You tried to bite somebody. I don't even understand that. I don't know how. I've had situations where I've been mad and I've never thought I really want to bite his finger. It's never been a problem for me. I've never had that occur, so I'm not sure I can even understand that mentality. But I'd be interested to know what you guys think. You guys can let me know in the comments section below what you think. I will link to the article talking about what happened and the fine. $5,000 is nothing. The guy's making a lot of money. That's been talked about a lot already this year. The amount of money the Canucks paid for Jay Beagle and Antoine Roussel has been done to death. I understand why. I still think what they bring to the lineup is necessary because you have so many kids, and you don't want to rush 2 more kids into the lineup in place of these guys. Ideally, they're both healthy. Beagle hasn't been healthy this year, but when he's in, right? So I understand what Benning was doing bringing them in. Do I think it was too much term? Probably. The dollar amount I'm okay with. It was probably a year too long for both, but whatever. But for Roussel, I'm surprised he got away with a $5,000 fine. I'm genuinely surprised. And yes, I think he probably should have got more. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section below, as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.